Okay, good morning. This is a training session with Finn. We're going to work on a couple of things. We're going to start by working on sit and down, which he's had a tiny bit of exposure to. And I'm sitting on this thing here because I have a knee injury. Okay, so this is our little placeholder for the camera. Good morning, baby. I have my clicker somewhere under here. Where did I just put it? What? There it is. Okay. Look at you. Oh, good boy. He sat, and I'm tossing the treat to get him up. And a lot of times these short little dogs, especially long dogs, they don't love to sit, and they'll pop up quite a bit and be kind of resistant to the whole thing. And getting them to go down is harder than larger dogs as well. Good boy. So my goal in this session is to get him to be offering the behavior without the lure. Good. This time I don't have the food in my hand. I'm just using the hand signal. He thinks I have the food in my hand. He's thinking. I'm not making eye contact, and the reason is the eye contact is something we've been working on as a separate exercise. So if I start making eye contact with him while we're doing this, he may think we're working on that exercise. So I'm good. So he just offered me the behavior, even though I didn't ask for it. That's okay. That's completely fine. I want him to understand the game that we're playing right now is, if you sit, I will click. By the way, he's pretty full. It's about 8:30 in the morning, and he ate 2 hours ago. I'm giving him tiny treats, just pinching off a little bit of this natural balance. I normally like to cut them really small. My husband was kind enough to cut up a bunch for me, and he cut them really big, so I'm having to pinch them off. Good boy, look at you, you're so smart. Look at that. And once again, the reason I toss it is to get his butt up. I don't want to have to, talk to him to get him up. I want just that to happen quickly. The reason is you want to have as many repetitions as possible in each training session so that his little brain gets as many opportunities to connect the dots as possible. So something as simple as tossing the treat gets him up quickly and allows us to sort of start a new session again. Now, the reason I'm not using a cue at this point, in fact, I'm probably confusing him just by talking to you. I should be pretty quiet. The reason I'm not using a cue is because he's not offering me the behavior proactively. He's still really foggy on what the heck we're doing here. And so I don't want to attach a cue until he's offering the behavior proactively. And I'm still really helping him here. Good puppy. And you can see how he's kind of guessing, frankly. He goes slowly, he's not sure, and it's that click that tells him, yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you. Here's your treat. That was good. I can see the little wheels turning in his head. There's a lot going on in the background. There's some kind of a tool, like a grinder, happening in the background. It's not very loud, but he's definitely hearing it. So even though this looks like a really non-distracting environment, it's not as easy as you might think. When we train a dog, we want to raise the bar, so to speak, on 3 different aspects of a behavior separately. Those aspects are distance, duration, and distraction levels. And the duration would be how far away am I from him when he's able to sit on command. That's distance. Duration is how long are you able to sit. That's kind of sit-stay. And then distraction level is, as you might imagine, what the heck is going on in the environment. Right now there's someone dumping their trash over in the other side yard, so he's hearing that. So I have to take all of that into account when I'm judging how well he's doing, because, of course, with his good hearing, he's going to be tuning in to all of those things. Hey, baby. That's my boy. Hello, you. Hi, I'm going to just re-engage him. He sits, and he gets a treat. Oh, look at that. Hello, puppy. Good boy, Finny. Hi, Finn. Hi. Giving me eye contact. That's very strong for him, which is great. That's a sign of a more confident dog, even though he's very gentle and sweet and doesn't necessarily come across as confident. He's really willing to look into my eyes. And his eyes are so soulful, aren't they? I love you. Yes. He says, well, if you love me, I'll sit for you. Yes. Okay. What a good boy. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I don't know what his background is. I don't get the feeling he ever had much attention. And he soaks it up and loves it. Good boy. I should have tossed that. I'm going to take a little one and toss it. Okay, puppy, ready? Go get it. You know, it's really hard to know what his background was. Good boy. Now he's looking a little more interested. Sit. Now I'm going to do it without the treat in my hand. I don't want to keep repeating that. If it's not meaningful to him, good. It's more important, it's not important at this point that he's following a cue. It's important that he's sitting. And look at how quickly that happened. It's starting to happen. The dots are connecting in his little brain. Even on a subconscious level, those dots are connecting in his brain. There we go. There we go. So one of the things I want to point out is just how important it is for us to be patient. We want to be confident that he's sniffing around over there. Nope, it's all over here. All the good stuff is happening over here. Good. We want to be confident that we're doing the right things in our training, but we also need to give them some time to process. And the challenge is knowing whether you're doing all the right stuff. That's where it helps to work with a good clicker trainer who can help critique your training. Good boy. Can you see him getting it? Yeah. Good boy. So you want to start adding the cue when your dog is proactively doing the behavior and offering it to you about 80% of the time. So when she does it 8 times in a row pretty quickly, and sit, sleep, I'm going to start adding the cue again. The cue seems to be confusing her because the cue is a new stimulus. It's actually kind of a distraction. And in the beginning stages, if you try to add that cue too early and you're moving your arm around and moving the treat around, it doesn't give the dog a chance to kind of process that it's the sit that's earning the click. There we go. I think we're about ready to start adding the cue. Dogs respond to nonverbal cues faster than they respond to verbal cues. So I'm going to do both at once and hope it doesn't confuse her. Sit. Good girl. I said good girl. Sorry, he's a boy. Yes, there's a neat one. Yes, very yummy. Sit. Now, ideally, what you'd like to do is, there are a couple of schools of thought on this. Look at how well he's offering that now. Sit. Can you see how that doesn't mean anything to him? That's confusing him, in fact. What I... Oh, there's like a dog or something at the front of the gate, and he's going to run off and look at that. Wow, he's barking at something for the first time. Sit! Sit! Hi! Hi! There you are! Good boy! Thank you for coming back. It wouldn't have hurt for me to put us in an X pen so he couldn't run off and do that. Look at how well you're sitting here. Yeah. Look at that. Go. Good boy. I'm going to toss that. Good boy. What a good puppy. Yeah. Get him back in. Sit. Good boy. So, sit. Good. Sit. So the way I'm supposed to do this, I'm not giving you a very good example here, is I'm supposed to present the cue as he's doing the behavior, right in the middle of it. Sit. Instead of trying to make him, I'm not trying to lure him into it. Sit. Good boy. And I forgot to toss it. Okay, I'm going to toss it. He's pretty full right now. Sit. Good boy. So what you do is 30 times while he's doing the behavior, you present the cue while he's doing it. And then 30 more times, you present the cue right as he's starting to do it at the beginning of the behavior. And then 30 more times, good boy, you present the cue right before he does the behavior. And once you've done 30 repetitions like that, you can count, you can really trust, in most cases, that he's got the cue attached correctly to the behavior. And you can test it at that point. But you really do want to attach that cue solidly about 90 times before you can rest assured that he's got it. People often rush that step, and that's a mistake. Hey, puppy. Good boy. Yes. Sit. Good girl. Good boy. Whatever you are. Good dog. Yeah. He does respond a lot to, high-pitched sit. Sit. To high-pitched verbal praise. Sit. Good boy. I lost track of what number. That's probably about number 5. And sit. Sit. I'm going a little long on this session. I should quit soon. But when I quit, I want to remember that I've done about 5 cue attachments. And I need to work my way through. Sit. Good. You didn't really see that one. I need to work my way through 30 more sit. Good. A total of 30 as he's doing it before I slide it to the beginning of the behavior. Hearing a lot of voices in the background. Sit. Good boy, yeah, puppy. Very nice. And now we're going to quit this take a short break, and then we're going to work on target training with the stick, which we basically introduced yesterday. Good boy. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to quit. Good sit. Yay, puppy. Okay, quitting for the moment.